We were promised a future where generative AI would act as a tireless digital workforce, but the reality of using them is exhausting. We traded one type of repetitive labor for another, staring at blank text boxes, typing endless prompts, and constantly babysitting the output. This is the maintenance wall. A standard language model stops working the exact second you stop prompting it. It relies on a human operator to break down complex tasks, feed it the right data, and move its results into the correct applications. As long as a system waits for your instruction, it is a highly advanced search engine. It doesn't actually work for you, leaving you trapped as the operator. That changes with the shift toward hyperagents. These are autonomous entities designed to observe their environment, formulate a plan, and execute multi-step tasks end-to-end in the background. Think of them as expertise multipliers. But before you deploy one, you have to follow a specific rule of business automation. If you cannot break a process down step by step for a human intern, you cannot build an agent to do it. You cannot automate what you cannot articulate. By giving the system clear, articulate steps, you move artificial intelligence from being an oracle that answers questions to an engine that does the actual work. To understand how a hyperagent operates, we have to look at its core architecture. A functional agent relies on three interconnected pillars: data, tools, and skills. Data is the agent's oxygen. For the system to make accurate decisions without hallucinating, it needs direct access to your internal business documents and enterprise resource planning systems. It needs a single source of truth. Next are the tools. Using integrations like the Model Context Protocol, we give the agent digital hands. This allows it to physically act on its decisions, reading your emails, searching the web, or writing records into external databases. Finally, skills act as the agent's brain. This is the programmed persona and business logic that dictates how the agent reasons through a problem and adheres to your specific company rules. Only when data, tools, and skills are integrated can an AI take safe, autonomous action inside a real business environment. The difference between a truly autonomous worker and a basic script is persistent memory. This split screen illustrates the problem. On the left is short-term memory. This is the fleeting context window of a standard chat session that overflows and resets every time you log off. On the right is long-term memory. By utilizing vector databases, an agent builds a permanent, searchable index of facts. It can spontaneously recall your exact formatting preferences or past decisions, even if you told it months ago. Because of this dual memory architecture, the system actually learns from its history. Instead of starting from zero every morning, the agent builds compound value for the enterprise over time. Engineers don't build these systems from scratch. They rely on orchestration frameworks to turn raw language models into structured, reliable workflows. This matrix shows three leading tools for the job. LangGraph is used for highly controlled cyclical workflows. Crew AI excels at assigning specific roles to teams of agents, and platforms like Gumloop offer visual development. Selecting the correct framework to match your workflow is the most critical architectural decision an executive will make before attempting to scale. We are already seeing the results in production. The fintech company Klarna recently deployed an autonomous customer support agent that handles 2/3 of all inquiries entirely on its own, doing the work of hundreds of human employees. In human resources, a hyperagent can ingest thousands of raw resumes, extract specific candidate skills, match them to open roles, and schedule interviews, operating with speed and precision a human team cannot match. But success requires discipline. The advice for most companies is to start with surgical, task-specific agents, rather than trying to build one omnipotent AI to run an entire company. Scoping an agent to a highly specific task ensures operational reliability. Once you have a few reliable agents, you can connect them together into more complex workflows. Enterprises use a safeguard called human in the loop. Agents process massive volumes of data, but automatically pause at checkpoints to request validation before executing high-stakes decisions. This elevates the human employee into a strategic supervisor, applying context to decisions that purely technical logic cannot navigate. Once these task-specific agents are reliable, they can be organized into decentralized teams, or swarms. Agents specialized in different domains, like legal compliance and market research, can collaborate and debate a project autonomously before presenting a final draft for human approval. This is the transition from operating software to orchestrating intelligence. Efficiency no longer comes from your manual output, but from the precision with which you can architect and govern the logic of